What's going on, you guys? Today we are taking a look at a Transformers Galaxy Force Supreme Class King Starscream. Now, I did pick this up secondhand from a loyal viewer. He sold this to me and a couple of other figures that some of them I have already reviewed. This guy is freaking huge. We're going to start off with plain mode because, well, I like this mode the best. I think this is his best looking mode. This thing is ginormous. He is over a foot long and over a foot wide. It is gigantic. In fact, here he is, or here is the mode next to Classics Prime. Just to give you an idea, I mean, this thing is enormous. He can freaking ride this jet mode. I mean, look at this. Easily ride with no problem whatsoever. This mode does have two specific gimmicks. First off is the crown, and for those of you who are fans of the original Transformers movie, this crown should look awfully familiar to you. The other gimmick is that he can hold two Cyberplanet keys. Right here in the back, he can hold, as I said, two of them. Now, the big issue with this guy is the Japanese version of this figure had lights and sounds. Those have thankfully been removed from the United States version. This is the United States version. And I say thankfully because I have heard those sounds in person and they are ear-piercing, not pleasant whatsoever. Now, if you go back and watch my Transformers Universe Dirge review, that is a repaint of the original Starscream figure from the Galaxy Force toy line. They're the same figures, except this one is about 5 times as big. That Mega figure, or the original Mega figure, was, I'd say 6, maybe 8 inches tall at the most. This guy is well over a foot in robot mode, so let's go ahead and get him into robot mode. I really do like the plain mode, though. If you've ever seen the show, or if you've watched my previous review of this mold, you will know that this transformation is exactly the same as the other versions of this mold. To start with, I like to take the wings and fold them out. Yeah, what I've done here is pretty much popped it off of the pegs. That is a problem with this figure. And I didn't do that on purpose. Honestly, I really didn't do that on purpose, but this figure has an issue with certain bits don't like to stay attached, especially if they're designed to come off. That's just something with this figure. So as I was saying, to start, I like to take the wings and spread them out, and then get my thumbnail in the tip of the nose cone here, and wiggle this apart because, well, to be honest, that's really the best thing to do. Unfortunately, it's not working. So we'll take the fuselage here that'll form the legs and just pull it apart like that. And then these guys will fold out. And then this nose cone bit right in front of the canopy will fold up underneath the canopy. And then straighten the legs out and turn them thusly. Fold the feet up, flip out the heels, and fold the nose cone bits underneath the feet. And then stand the figure up. Now that we've got the figure standing up, what we'll do is take the entire back section and fold it down until it snaps into place. That will show you the head. Then we'll push the arms back in, or the sides of the arms, and see, this side's coming off as well. And I'll just leave it for right now. Flip out the arms and they will flip up and snap into place. Like so. Finally, turning the figure around, take the tail wing or tail fin and flip it down and around. And it's weird. You can fold the tail wing like this along this screw, but there's no point to doing that. I mean, you could do it in vehicle mode as well, and there's no point. I guess it's supposed to fold up behind the arm, but then it gets in the way, so you just kind of leave it like that. Now, looking at the back of the figure, right here is where the speaker would be, or the speaker is on the Japanese version. I've taken this figure apart. There's no speaker in here. In fact, there's no place to put batteries in this thing. And here we have King Starscream in robot mode. And as you can guess, he is ginormous. I mean, this figure is huge. Posability-wise, I kind of forget it. I mean, he's kind of like a Super Sentai figure. He's got ratchets in the arms. He does have elbows, but whenever you bend them, things pop in and out of place. Head does not really move other than some side swiveling. And then his arms or his legs can move, but you really aren't going to get a lot of good poses out of him. To give you an idea of the size, instead of pulling out another figure, we've got some seltzer water. These are normal 12-ounce cans. He's the size of 3 cans of seltzer, or Coke, or Pepsi, or any other soda that you can think of. I mean, this dude is freaking huge. He's Super Train Megazord huge. Now, the gimmicks for this figure. Again, no lights and sounds, and that is a kind of a shame. I know I said I'm glad that they're missing, but for a figure this size, it would be nice. He does have the posable cannons that he uses in the show. Oddly enough, the Voyager class figure, or is it Mega at that point, does not have posable cannons. I wish it did, but it did not. Supreme figure does. So again, other gimmicks. On his right arm, he has a gimmick. The Cyberplanet key insertion point is up here. So we'll plug that in. And he deploys a big arse blade. I mean, look at that. That thing is bigger than some figures I own. For his other side, he deploys a cannon that completely launches out of the way. I think this is actually called the Matrix cannon, and it does have this little firing feature, but the missile did not come with it. Unfortunately, whenever you do deploy it on my figure, it throws the cannon off like you just saw. So that is an issue with this figure. Dang nabbit. You can't really pose this guy because these sides keep breaking or popping off. Overall, though, he is very imposing. Imposing if you could just keep him together. Overall, I absolutely adore King Starscream. He is super cheap right now, so you can go out onto eBay and find him for a very cheap price. I got him and several other figures for like 60 bucks shipped. So I'm really glad I got a hold of this guy. Like I said, absolutely love this guy. He is bonkers and insane in all the right ways. Is he perfect? No. As you can see, it has bits falling off all over the place, and it just doesn't hold well together. But, given those problems, I still love this guy. He is absolutely gigantic. He is the same size as TFC Hercules. It's just a fun figure to have in your collection. Yeah, he's got problems, but I still love him. So guys, I've been Spade of the Baltmatrix for Transformers Galaxy Force Supreme Class King Starscream. Get him! He's just a lot of fun.